that was a tough one to take. Pakistan unfortunately go down in the third T20. England win by 3 wickets with 2 balls to spare. And I think as a Pakistani fan मुझे बहुत अफसोस हो रहा है कि हम ये मैच नहीं जीत पाए. लेकिन deep down in my heart I know कि हम एक्चुअली डिजर्व नहीं करते थे. इंग्लैंड ने एक्चुअली अपनी चेस काफी वेल टाइम की. उन्होंने अपनी बैटिंग ऑर्डर को थोड़ा सा चेंज किया. आज मॉर्गन वापस आया. लिविंगस्टन को उन्होंने नहीं भेजा, लेकिन द डिसीजन फॉर मॉर्गन टू गो इन अर्ली पेड डिविडेंड्स. उसने 21 रन बनाए 12 बॉलों में. टुक इंग्लैंड एंड गाइडेड them more or less home. In the end it was David Willey I think who managed to get the winning runs. और बहुत बुरा फील हो रहा है बिकॉज पाकिस्तान बिल्कुल डिजर्व नहीं करते थे ये गेम जीतना. 155 or 150 or whatever they were sort of made was not really a competitive total at the end of the day. Pakistan should have scored more. It was minimum a 170 wicket. It was slow. It was low. It was quite an Asian wicket, I might say. Even though the game was in Manchester, Pakistan ended up using Mohammad Hafiz for the first time in the series today. And फिर as a fan, as an analyst, इस मैच को देख के और इस टीम सिलेक्शन को देख के बस दिल घबराता है कि अगर हफीज इतने टाइम से बॉलिंग कर सकता था and you were not concerned about using him in a series because of his action, then पिछले मैचेस में क्यों नहीं इस्तेमाल हुआ? Because the spinners have played absolute havoc on these wickets, and the English spinners have outbowled the Pakistani spinners in this series. हफीज अगर बॉलिंग कर सकता था तो आपने हसनैन को क्यों खिलाया? हसनैन number 11 who didn't bowl. Obviously we could have played a specialist batsman in his place. You dropped Azam Khan and then replaced him with Qadir, who's a spinner, not a like for like replacement. You played in essence 7 bowlers. You were 1 batsman short. क्या thinking थी? क्यों बाबर आजम, क्यों मैनेजमेंट आप ऐसे डिसीजंस हिमाकत क्यों करते हो? इतनी बड़ी सीरीज में, इतने बड़े मैच में, कहीं पे भी इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे कोई भी एक स्पेशलिस्ट बॉलर नहीं खिलाता जो वो इस स्पेशलिस्ट बॉलर को इस्तेमाल ना करे. पिछले मैच में सीरीज डिसाइडर हो सकता था अगर पाकिस्तान टॉस जीत के बैटिंग करते, लेकिन इन boiling hot conditions, after being 1-0 up, after batting first in the game before, Pakistan somehow decided to win the toss and elected to bowl. And today they decided to play 7 bowlers and did not pick a batsman in place of Azam Khan, who they ended up dropping, and then didn't even use the 7 bowlers. And I do agree that it was a spinning wicket. I do agree that it was a good decision to over-index ourselves on the spinners and our spinning ability, especially because we are specialists. We are an Asian team. We're used to spinning tracks, and definitely the track was conducive to spin. लेकिन इतने साल के एक्सपीरियंस के बाद मैनेजमेंट, वकार यूनुस, मिसबाह उल हक, कैप्टन बाबर आजम, आपको पिच रीड करनी आनी चाहिए है. Pakistan should not be making ridiculous decisions that compound our inability to win games against the best teams in the world. वैसे ही बहुत मुश्किल होता है इन टीम्स के खिलाफ खेलना. ये बहुत अच्छी टीमें हैं. They prepare well. They've got a good domestic setup. They've got great training facilities. They've got a great sports science culture. And of course great talent. लेकिन हमारे अंदर कोई capability कम नहीं है. हमारे players उतने ही अच्छे हैं. लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हमारी leadership हमें let down करती है. हमारे decisions बहुत ही अहमकाना लगते हैं कभी कभार. और what logic they have or where they come from is completely confusing and heartbreaking for Pakistani supporters, because हमें सिर्फ we want our team to do well. We don't mind losing, but the games must be competitive, and today's game was very competitive. लेकिन जब ये हम थोड़ा सा देखते हैं कि क्या स्ट्रैटेजी एम्प्लॉय की गई थी और हमने एक एक्स्ट्रा बॉलर प्ले किया था जिसको हमने इस्तेमाल नहीं किया और एक बैट्समैन शॉर्ट अप गए और फिर वी ओनली मेड 155, तो फिर दिल में बहुत दुख होता है, बिकॉज इट फील्स लाइक अ सेल्फ इन्फ्लिक्टेड डिफीट. इट डज नॉट फील लाइक वी वर आउटप्लेड बाय वन ऑफ द बेस्ट टीम्स इन द वर्ल्ड, वन ऑफ द टीम्स दैट इज गोइंग टू बी फेवरेट फॉर दिस वर्ल्ड कप. And it's been very, very frustrating as a Pakistani fan. We got absolutely demolished in the ODIs. We got off to an excellent start in the T20s with a devastating win, a crushing victory. That we very well deserved, and then we made an absolutely crazy decision at the toss in the second T20, and then today we made an absolutely nonsensical decision when it came to picking the best 11. और कहाँ पे पाकिस्तान ये मैच लूज कर गए. आज बाबर आजम unfortunately नहीं चल पाए, which again is something I don't really want to say, because whether or not Babar succeeds should not determine Pakistan's outcomes of games in international cricket. लेकिन unfortunately we are very heavily reliant on him. और कहीं ना कहीं मैं अभी भी फील करता हूँ we did not maximize our power play. At the end of the day, after 13 balls, I think he made 11 runs. Whereas if you look at Jason Roy, after 10 balls, he was on 18. तो ये फर्क है हमारी ओपनिंग स्ट्रैटेजी में. बाबर इज अ ग्रेट बैट्समैन, ही इज नॉट अ नेचुरल सिक्स हिटर. जेसन रॉय इज, एरन फिंच इज, डेविड वार्नर इज. So in India, of course, Rohit Sharma is, SKY is, Ishan Kishan is. I know they're not necessarily openers, but what I'm trying to say is top order batsmen have to have natural abilities to hit six, or at least the willingness to hit sixes. And neither Rizwan nor Babar, as great as they are, as amazing as the partnerships they put on, unfortunately, we are always 20 to 30 runs short at the end of our total because we go off to very slow starts against the best teams. And I think that this will come to haunt us. It is a massive leak in Pakistan's game, and it's an area, if we do not tighten up, we can never compete with the West Indies, with the New Zealands, with the Indias and the Englands on a regular basis. And it's a World Cup here. तो जितनी जल्दी हम इस चीज को फिक्स कर सकें उतना बेहतर है. Either I want to see more intent from Babar and Rizwan. Rizwan batted all 20 overs today, made 70 odd and did not score a century. That in itself shows you, he made 70 odd, so I think he was about 25 runs short. That shows you where we lost the game. We were 25 runs behind the sort of run rate, what we needed on this wicket for a par score, and I think it would have been plenty considering we were going to have 4 spinners that we were going to use. So ek to ye I think बहुत बड़ी problem थी हमारी batting innings में. And then again, Hafiz is not taking enough responsibility, not lasting long enough. Okay, he's not wasting balls. That is actually a positive in T20 cricket. Out होने तो जल्दी out होने, लेकिन we expect more. So Maqsood at 3, of course, he was unable to really get a big total today, although he did have a promising start. Again, good strike rate, but not clearing the boundaries. And इस level पे, international cricket पे, अगर सोहेब छक्के नहीं मार पा रहे हैं, Hafiz छक्के नहीं मार पा रहे हैं, तो what are they doing in our team? And that's harsh because both of them do have the ability to hit sixes. They're both top sort of six hitters. That's why they're in the team. So Maqsood was the second highest six hitter in the PSL 6 just now, which bodes well for the fact that we will be playing in UAE when the World Cup comes. I hope that they stick with him. Lekin, it is unfortunate to see that he keeps getting out, trying to hit sixes, and then the ball is not quite carrying over the ropes, and he's getting caught in the deep again and again, and more or less same with Hafiz. Disappointing today. Imad, a very sloppy run out, absolutely disgusting attempt. When you know that you're coming towards the end of the innings, you must be running fast and looking for that third run. Just absolutely casually sort of strolling around on an international wicket is absolutely disgraceful by him, considering he is an all-rounder, and then we don't get the runs from him. Shadab, again, he was very poor. Expect a lot more from him and a lot more consistency from him. Fakhr was decent, but again, probably not the right choice. Rizwan should have taken more of the strike coming in, and he's struggling against the spinners. I don't know why we are playing an opener at 5 or 6. It's very, very frustrating. A guy that has the ability to hit sixes, play seam bowling, take on the bowling, has won us an ICC Champions Trophy, an ICC event against India in the final, but we don't want to use him as an opener. And these things are compounding. As you can see, all of these little criticisms, they all add up. And at international level, हम इन चीज़ों को अगर fix कर लें, तो we can become world beaters and become more consistent. क्यों है कि पाकिस्तान कभी भी इस sort of mindset से नहीं जाता कि we're going to dominate and whitewash teams. In fact, Pakistan's record of being whitewashed over the last decade has been appalling. Under this management, even against the previous management, we do lose very, very heavily when we do lose. But now when we are trying to win, we're trying to scrape, and it's almost like a smash and grab. We don't need to think like that. We need to change our mindset. We have a good enough team. We need better strategy. We need better leadership, better decision making, more sort of common sense cricket, I would say. Nothing ludicrous. I think under pressure, we are making bad decisions as a captain, on whether it's on the toss, whether it's on the team selection, and you know, accountability needs to be taken by the management, and they really need to explain some of these crazy decisions that they've made, because Pakistan have lost a T20 international series against England, which they really shouldn't have lost, in my opinion. You can hear that I'm quite passionate today. Congratulations to England. I think that they did make a meal of the chase. I think it was a good innings by Roy, but they lost his wicket at a crucial time. I think Moeen Ali lost his wicket very cheaply. I think Livingston threw his wicket away, although he did get that crucial 6 just towards the end. I think Morgan was a little bit fortunate to not lose his wicket a little bit early on. वो भी कोशिश कर रहे थे कि वो छक्के मारें, कुछ उनके छक्के लग गए, कुछ उनके आधे हो गए. It was dropped just before by Hassan Ali, and I think even at the end, Babar was really struggling whether to give that ball to Hassan Ali or to continue with the spinners, and I think that me personally, I would have liked him stuck with spin because spin was working so effectively. Hassan Ali did come in and bowl a very good over, but he conceded 12 runs, and those 12 runs, unfortunately, proved pivotal at the end. And agar Shadab kar raha tha, Shahid we could have got a wicket. These guys in England really like the pace coming on, and really this was a wicket where we had them in trouble with the four spinners taking the pace off the ball. They were struggling to time it. Chances de rahe the, aerial shots khel rahe the. So maybe that's another thing that Babar needs to look at. And as a final thing, I would just say, look, I'm disappointed, but I'm very proud of Pakistan. Nobody gave them a chance against England. Everyone kept saying, oh, England is so strong and we're not in the same league. Absolute nonsense. We're absolutely in the right league and the same league. We're capable of beating them. We've shown that. We've taken the series right down to the wire, even though we didn't necessarily deserve to. We made two very, very crucially bad decisions, in my opinion, with the toss and the selection. Toss in the last game and the selection in this game. And owing those decisions, I think that could have been the margin that could have tipped the series in our favour. Khair, don't want to dwell on any negativity. I think there is a lot of promise. The future is bright for Pakistan. If nobody gave us a chance and we're leaving here with a series against England that is going very close, then we are definitely moving in the right direction. A very big challenge ahead against the West Indies, who've just beaten Australia quite convincingly, but then we'll also lost to South Africa, who we beat convincingly. So it promises to be a very, very exciting series between two contenders for this World Cup. Yes, I do definitely count Pakistan as a contender for this World Cup. Inshallah, we will have some good news towards the end of the T20 series against the West Indies, and we've got some tests there as well. क्या कह सकते हैं, हर मैच तो आप नहीं जीत सकते और हर मैच के बाद आपको इतना एक्सट्रीम रिएक्शन भी नहीं होना चाहिए. We are all Pakistani. We should back our team. We should back our leader. There's great potential, but yes, we must call out the obvious errors, the sort of immature decisions that are being made, whether it's by our captain, whether it's due to the strike rates, whether it's to do with selection decisions. Because when we hold our players and our team accountable, that's where we really are able to make these small improvements and hopefully see better and positive results. Pakistan cricket is in a good place, and inshallah victories will follow.